how would you like to come along with me for an adventure? An adventure to discover or reconnect who we call the legendary self. Now, who is this legendary self anyway? Well, around here, we've been hanging out with the idea that inside of you is a self that you don't necessarily hang out with or know well. Now, the problem is that this self that's within, which we sometimes call the hidden self or the legendary self, it has a lot of goods for you, has a lot of information, a lot of ideas, a lot of wildness, a lot of possibility, and is deeply connected with your own true voice. Now, most of us don't grow up knowing that we have an own true voice. And even if someone says to us, you have your own story, you have your own voice, we don't necessarily know how to connect with that voice. There's been some pretty serious disconnection between who we are inside and then how we live out in the world. Well, around here, for close to 18 years, we have been developing a curriculum that is almost like an experiment or a ceremony which allows someone to have an experience of reconnecting with that hidden part of themselves who can become the storyteller. Now, the thing is that there's already been a story that's being told. Chances are it's what you say to the therapist or your new lover, or what you say when you need an excuse for bad behavior. It's like, well, here's what happened to me. We develop these stories over time, and it's disconnected from that story that lives within us, from that storyteller that lives within us. And so our work together in Legend is to reconnect with your own truest voice and to allow that to be healed so that you can speak from that place. There's lots of things that we do from a technique and curriculum perspective to get you there. In our work, our primary way of getting to that voice and repairing that connection is through painting, what we call intuitive painting with intentional creativity. We lead you through a 13-step process, step by step by step, as you build a painting. So it doesn't matter if you have any painting experience and you're brand new or you're an experienced painter. It's sort of less about the painting and more about the process of what happens when you create this painting. Image and language. So you work with the development of a painting that sets your own archetype free, and then the development of the story coming from the legendary self. They go hand in hand. Each one informs the other one. Throughout our entire time together, you're dancing back and forth between them. In essence, it's a hero's journey for the modern day. We don't tell it the way that the hero's journey goes because women's experiences are different than a classic hero's journey. We have our own way of doing that here, bringing you from a place where you're disconnected from your voice, where you are living into archetypal patterns created for you by others, to a place of reclaiming your voice and your own archetype and moving into a space of liberation, where you are free to move about your soul with your true voice and your true identity. And here's the thing. Only you know the access to that information. Only you know what it really is. Only you know how to inhabit that. Our role here as the Cosmic Cowgirls who are guiding this experience is to give you the tools like how to get in and start exploring and make the reconnection and start practicing this image and this voice and this way of being for it feels more aligned with who you actually are. In our culture, we have a lot of people running around talking about, I'm not really being who I am. I don't really know who I am. I don't know how I got this way. I am so challenged by becoming. And we hear it because we have all been there before, but you don't have to stay there. You could think of Legend as an experience in discovery, which allows you to connect with the most you that you can be. The most you that your soul will allow you to be at any given time, and have a really good time doing it. And at the end, you have a painting and a story and you will have traveled with incredible women along the path. What could be more fun, right? Chances are you will amaze yourself. So, I wonder if you would like to join me for a brand new Legend 2021. And in the past, we've had really specific themes that we're working toward or through. This time, you could almost think of it as the themeless theme. The theme is your theme. Yes, we're working with story, we're working with reclamation, and we're working with liberation. Besides that, though, there's going to be this big opening for you to discover your own thematic story and bring that into your painting. No one who's ever tried hasn't been able to do it. And then those who have done it before often do it again. Many of us do it once a year because it's a kind of refresher on how we've evolved to this point. So I hope that you'll consider joining us for this Legend, the Cosmic Cowgirls course. It is my true joy to share this material with you, and I could guarantee that nothing will be the same after you connect with your own true voice. What else are we doing here? I mean, disconnection from how we really think and feel has some pretty grave consequences. Once you can hear your own voice, it is truly such a joy and really such a healing for you and for all of us who are a part of your community and your family. So, come along. The voyage is just beginning.